Horsehead.
Which face brings a turn.
Second slaps in the set.
Yeah.
Carrick Wenke here from the Blow Up, and I'm joined by Horsehead and Wicca from Gothbois, and this is the second edition of Seven Slaps in the Thrax, and it's also very legendary because this is Wicca's first time in Seattle with the Seattle Thrax House guys. So we're gonna go in there, and I know that they're gonna pick out some dope shit because they have a very eclectic, like, genre and style of music. So I'm excited to see what guys got in store for us.
Just so you know, I've been passed around. Silence hasn't changed, baby, you still hear me out. Feel me like once, baby, call me now. There's passion in the way that you put me in the ground. The silence in your blank stare, it's like I wish I could have been there. Just so you know.
Alright, we got all of our picks here, but before we get started, I have to shout out Wiggy from Thrax House because he is the new official cameraman. My guy, Skate God, is moving down to LA, so he's not able to film for us anymore, but you know, it's only right to have Wiggy take over and have Wicca and Horsehead be his first episode. It just makes sense.
First thing I picked out was this EP by Snuff Redux, which I just thought was cool because they're opening for our show tonight, The Crocodile. They're just like cool homies. It's like good music for parties and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to shout them out real quick. Snuff Redux, Toy Kingdom.
I'm gonna do this one first. First Libertines album, off the bracket. When I was in high school, I was big into Libertines. Pretty sloppy, good back and forth vocals. I thought Pete Doherty was really cool. Probably a terrible role model, but love the music. I still listen to them all the time.
This right here, not my favorite album, but it has one of my favorite songs by them. This is Cocktail Twins. It's just like a, I don't know, it's like, it sounds like angel music. Like, it's just really dope, like beautiful music with like female vocals. Just like, yeah, Cherry Colored Funk from this record is probably my favorite song by this band. It's just, yeah, really cool, just beautiful, like, it's a very, like, synth-heavy music. Yeah.
I'm gonna do Puff Daddy and the Families, No Way Out. When I was young, I would buy, my first CDs would be CD singles and stuff like that. That would usually be edited, because my parents wouldn't let me buy, like, explicit content CDs. And it seemed like Puff Daddy and Mace were putting those out all the time. And then I remember I saw the Victory video, which is the second song on this, and it was like a super long video, like 7 or 8 minutes, real futuristic. Busta Rhymes was dressed like a vulture on top of a huge building. Really made an impact on me.
I'm gonna do Rough Draft by Jay Dilla. Really, I picked it because they didn't have Donuts, which is like his instrumental album that he made like right before he passed away. But this is really like what made me want to become a producer, like initially, just in terms of like sampling old music and stuff like that. He's probably my favorite producer of all time, so I would like strive to make beats like Jay Dilla.
Alright, this is Julie Cruz's Floating Into the Night. Yeah, there's a ton of songs on here that she performed on Twin Peaks or that were just used as instrumentals in Twin Peaks. A few songs where she's in the Roadhouse singing, really good. Rocking Back Inside My Heart was an awesome song. When she sang that on the show, it like really hit me for some reason. Donna starts crying. James is like lip syncing the words to her. She starts crying, and that's like a really heavy scene. So I bought the album, and it's super good. David Lynch wrote the lyrics, and he's like really good at it. I can't say enough about that, but I will.
I'm gonna talk about this Portishead. It's live in Roseland, New York. It's just really good music, and the instrumentals is very like hip hop, but it's cool. You can see on the cover, they had the full orchestra creating the instrumentals and stuff, and it just like it's cool to see orchestral way, which was like really cool, and the music's really dope and emotional. Yeah, I just really like this a lot. You guys actually watch the whole performance on video too. It's just super dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Nico's Chelsea Girl. When I was younger, I loved Velvet Underground, but I kind of like Nico. The songs a little bit more. This album, there's a lot of acoustic stuff, and they're all really good. And she has a really unique voice. The chord structures in the songs are really good. It just sounds great. Chelsea Girl. I named my next album Secret Boy too because of this.
Got Blink-182 Dude Ranch. This was like definitely one of my favorite CDs that I probably ever owned. I think I have more than one copy of this. I probably know the words to every song on this CD. The album art is really like corny and funny. They're just like cowboys for some reason. Yeah, a lot of dope songs, and this was really the band that made me want to make music.
I got the second Crystal Castles album. I don't know if Ned talked about it. I know he talked about Salem in his, but if he didn't talk about this record, I'm going to, because it's really good. I like the sound of the third record a little bit better. It's a little heavier, like deeper synths, but this one has like really good like synth pop songs and like Euro dance sounding songs. Suffocation's really good. Suffocation's probably my favorite song on it. Love Empathy, Love Celeste. It's just an awesome album. And then there's like some cool like punk sounding songs too, like the first song. Pretty harsh punk song. Doe Deer is the same thing, but yeah, good mix of the two.
This is Glider by My Bloody Valentine. I wanted to choose their album Lovelace because that one's just pretty much just amazing the whole way through. But this one's good too. It's just an EP. It's the way this band sounds is just the song Off Your Face from this specific EP. It's probably like one of my favorite songs by them. But their album Loveless was definitely like the soundtrack to a certain period of my life for sure, and something that I was listening to every day at one point. One of my favorite bands of all time for sure.
This first, I think it's the first, might be the second Anthony Johnson's record. It was the first one to like really blow up, but really cool. When I was in high school, it came out. It was like the first super serious album that I really got into. You know, like really heavy subject matter and stuff. And then there's some cool features on it. Like Lou Reed sings on Fistful of Love. That's like my favorite song on it. I think Boy George is on one of them. He's like heavy hitter, so you know, he's on this one guy's album. It's really cool. It's super heavy, and the album art is really good too. It reminds me kind of like the Crystal Castles album artwork too.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Very Wicca Fizz.
Yeah, I mean it's really very Anthony Johnson.
This is Saves the Day, Stay What You Are. I remember like I heard about them watching like MTV2, and I still remember. I don't know if you remember the video for Asher's funeral.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. It's just like he's standing in this middle of this house, and the camera's kind of revolving around him as like life is passing by. And I'll always remember that video, and that song just has its own meaning to me as well. It's one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite albums. Early on, it was maybe like 13 or something.
Yeah. Is Freakish on it?
Yeah, Freakish is probably my second favorite song from it. Yeah, it's a lot of good songs.
Yeah.
They have other good albums too.
Yeah. This is my last one. It's Airstrip, Love Terra. I was always like a big Microphone and Mount Erie fan, and I know that Phil Elverum really liked this band or something, so that's how I first heard of them. I think he was covering some of their songs too on his album. The song Sand, I don't know if it's on this album actually, but that was the song that he covered. But Behind the Garage is an awesome song, like awesome acoustic song, real like nice analog sound. It kind of reminds me of Dinosaur Jr. Stove is another one. It's like a cool pop song. They also get like real heavy sometimes too. Really good chord progression. Underrated, I think. Maybe they're not, but in France and Pennsylvania they're underrated.
I actually have that.
Do you? I love that.
I think they're kind of like regional to here, maybe
Yeah.
maybe from Washington.
I think so.
That was on
really
Sub Pop
do.
too, right?
Yeah, that was on Sub.
Okay, so Scranton, New Jersey. It's a made-up place in Wiggy's brain.
Yeah.
I have a pick myself this time. It's Jesus and Mary Chain, Stoned and Dethroned. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I picked them because this is one of the first bands that I can recall doing what you guys do, like the electronic, like beats and stuff like that. But still kind of like the, I don't want to say depressing, but like melancholy, like kind of vocals or whatever.
Yeah.
And Honey's Dead was the album that they first started doing electronic stuff on. But Stoned and Dethroned was my favorite Jesus and Mary Chain album, which is why I picked it. And if I had my own episode, this would probably be like 2 slaps out of the 7. So this is a recommendation for all the fans of GDC, Phase, and Horsehead.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like could be like a parallel to My Bloody Valentine too. They're
Yeah,
similar spectrum of sound.
We are there too.
Melancholy.
Son of Kevin Shields.
Yeah.
There's a band called Kevin Shields.
Yeah, a
You know about that?
noise project, isn't it?
I don't know. I saw them on flyers though, like when I was touring once, and I was like, oh my god, Kevin Shields
That's
is
pretty
doing a solo
badass.
tour.
Like, it's a good idea to trick
Smart.
people into
It's a total
seeing
trick.
you perform.
Yeah.